All right, we're back. I think we're back. Let's see. Let's see if it'll let us back. Okay, and we're back. Let's see if anybody can pop back in and join us. We fixed it. Apologies, friends. Apologies. Dang, look at the cows.
Where did we get to? I had no idea. I was just
The
talking
last
and
thing
for hours.
we said was that it was probably a calendar. That's always the situation with these sites, is they're usually calendars. And I said, yeah, you got to keep track of time. And then the internet died. And that's where we kind of left it.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of took off. We're sorry to see everybody go. We can close it out as we do.
Yeah,
say,
dude. It's all right.
Thanks for joining us. And it's been a pleasure. And if you're watching at home, you can always like, subscribe, follow, and share, and all those good things, and get updates of all of our go livings on the internet. So please do those clicks. We would go further and farther on this video, but I think we're pushing the limitations of the Wi-Fi in the hot SoCal sun. I'll tell you, too hot. My neighbors got rid of a tree that was shading the junction box of our internet, and ever since then, I miss that tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, why would you get rid of a tree?
What happened to me the other day, dude?
Why would you get rid of a tree? It's 2024, for crying out loud.
Well, they do it, don't they?
Yeah. That is an insane branch behind you, by the way. I mean, unbelievable how long it goes.
It's amazing. Yeah, look.
It must be dense.
You look at it and you think, yeah, it must be. And balanced. I'm looking at this, it must be balanced with because there's branches either way, but it's amazing.
But it gets cold.
You think it
there
would topple the tree.
Yeah, so there's like a century of it just freezing and compacting and surviving lots of cold Swedish winters, which I would imagine are as cold as the summers are warm. That doesn't make sense, does it? Because it would. Well, no, it kind of does. There's math in there.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me talking about how I wish people could come and join me at these sites properly? Because did you hear me rabbiting on about that?
Yeah, go on about it again for those just tuning in.
Yeah, I was just saying that it's weird for me because I'm at these sites for a day or for a significant amount of time, hours and hours and hours, and I was sat in the sun this afternoon, and you just get a different experience. So it's a shame. When we come on, we do these live streams, and we have to show you everything and be really entertaining and do everything really quickly because people are in this culture of just skipping to the next video and that kind of thing. But these are the sort of places you need to spend time at. It was a real pleasure. Some of these sites in Sweden were a real pleasure to spend time at. A good 3 or 4 of them are stuck in my mind. So I was just saying that, it's a shame. I almost want. I might start putting videos online of just 5 minutes of some nice music of just the site, like the sun setting or something.
Yeah, that'd be a cool one.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
It is. It's
I was just rabbiting on and on and on.
They're amazing sites. You go to them and it's just it's infectious in the best way possible.
And it puts you. Oh mate, it puts you in your place. I walk around here. Sometimes I feel like bowing to the stones. I feel humble. I feel like in Redwoods when we were there in the forest, and you've got those trees that are 1,500 years old, and you're just respect kind of thing. And it's the same nugget with these stones.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was saying.
You gotta wonder, and they got property. So okay, so we got some comments. We want to do some dowsing at some point. That was one of the discussions that we had. We're going to do some dowsing. So we got save some stones for some dowsing. We can do that in one of these episodes. We will bring Chat GPT on at some point to do some discussion and learnings from there.
And Athena as well. I think Athena was going to come on as well, join us.
Yes. We can do that. And we are getting set up for some guests. So we can, multiple guests, real people. So we'll be able to set up those as well. Comment but comment as well. That's, I think, the biggest and most important thing is that if you can't join us for the lives, be sure to leave comments below. Let us know about any sites that you'd like us to see, or just get the discussion going. What are your theories? What are your thoughts? Why is this the way it is? Why isn't it different?
And people do. For example, I was contacted on Instagram, and someone said that the flat edges of the rocks was done by glaciers moving, or glaciers, whatever, moving past them and scraping them off, making them flat. Which I thought, I can believe that. It's interesting. But some of them, when they're like a chalk ice, and it looks like it's been done on many sides, so it's not so convincing. But anyway, that was an interesting theory. And a guy called David was leaving comments in numerous of our Swedish live stream tour, and he's basically guided me around Sweden. Most of the sites I've gone to are because of this guy David, who also contacted me. So it's a way that you can be involved with these trips. If you want me to go to a site, probably not on this trip because we're coming to the end of it, but the next trip, which will probably be in December, you can get involved, decide which way I go, see a site you like online and say, hey, go and see this. And so it's going to be cool. We're still warming up, obviously, because my phone died and your internet died, and we're still getting the hang of it. But this is part of the practice. This is why we don't have any viewers usually, because we're just warming up, practicing. We haven't advertised at all.
Yeah. We're just kind of here just to hang out.
Please be involved.
Share them and enjoy them.
Sure. That's the thing. I'm on holiday, dude. I'm on holiday. My plan was to come to Sweden and just come to the sites and do no filming and nothing.
Yeah.
And it just, I can't not share them. That's the honest truth. I come here and I'm like, I'll put it on Instagram or I'll put it on YouTube. I feel like it's not fair of me to come here and have these experiences and not share it. Honestly.
That's true.
So there.
That's true. That's how they are. They're magical. We got so much footage and content from the past decades of doing this, too, that it's just like there's so much to share. So, sometimes we'll put. I guess I like this, putting one of our older videos up there. Getting that in there while we load up. But sometimes you'll see, some.
And we're really we can start to really join the dots in ways that people can't. Like, for example, the pink grey, like how it's been pink grey, sort of like alternating at some of these sites. You go to our Macri Moor, ancient Scotland at Macri Moor on our YouTube channel, and look at the last site we go to, and it's the same there. They've got pink and grey stones there. So there's a link from here to Scotland. There's links from here to Portugal, and we've got footage to back it all up, haven't we? So now we can start to, get going with all of this, I guess. Like you say, we've got decades worth of footage.
Which is why it's so hard to pin it to a glacier. I'm sorry, like I get the glacier theory, and I know we've heard somewhere like the stones were dropped by glaciers, but come on, glaciers don't travel like that.
Some of them,
I think some of them for sure.
But some of them are so polished. Some of them are polished smooth. Yeah, that's it. This is and this is the problem we have. We're always looking for one answer, but two people can be right about the same thing, but at different sites, it's a different reason, right? Some don't look that flat.
No, but you know what? We always talk about like people as well, and there's a spot. Oh God, I gotta remember where this is. But there's this place here in in Northern California where I used to live. There was this area that had this rock that was polished smooth or something like that, and they couldn't figure out how it was done or why it was like that. And they said, "Oh, people or natural ocean air and salt and all this stuff." And it turns out, after excavating years later, they said that they determined it was a woolly mammoth scratching post. So woolly mammoths had this rock. They would always go under it and just scratch themselves under this part. And it happened so much from these herds that would pass through that it just smoothed it out and became just. I was like, you look at some of this, it's like, hey, how do we know these don't predate back to early mammal or like woolly mammoth times? We don't know that. I mean, we were at the Dolmen Museum in where was that? Drenthe in Netherlands years ago, near some of the older, like the D50 or something like that, dolmen, and they had images of mammoths walking through the stones and stuff, like walking through the stone areas. So
Mm-hmm.
You know, who knows? ChatGPT did say, and you pointed this out, that the lateral line is where they stop, right? They stop on a lateral line. And when you ask when the lateral line was that,
it's like
high,
it's kind of Stockholm level, right?
Yeah.
There's kind of, it stops. There's no sights above there.
So we asked ChatGPT, when was the ice age that low, or when was the ice sheet that low? And it
20,000 years ago, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's a lot older than 3,000 or 4,000 years. And that just logically, that math makes sense. That lines up, right? Like they stop. These aren't here. They aren't. There's like no. They just stopped, right? Like there's land you could keep driving now. That's not a problem. But then, right, there was not. There's nowhere else to go. And you have to wonder if that's where it was. Was it that easy to get into the earth there? I mean, it would have been still cold, right? If the ice sheet stopped there, I mean, it would still have been, unless I guess it melted, they're saying. It was pre-ice age. So it would have been permafrost.
Yeah, well, close to here, yes.
Yeah.
But you could have lived here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is what we'll have to look into this a lot more, won't we?
Yeah, there's a lot more history to understand. Absolutely. Well, that'll do it for us,
well,
I think.
Crack in sight.
Yeah, crack in sight. Hey, Bab in the World, thanks for joining back in. For those of you just tuning in, we did have a little hiccup a few minutes ago, maybe 11, 12 minutes ago, where the internet cut out, but we're back now to say goodbye. So thank you for watching. Hit us up, modernexplorers.co.uk. If you're in the US, it's co.uk if you're overseas. Unless you're overseas. I mean, the US would be overseas. So, you know, just push the letters in as you see them. You'll figure it out.
I've revamped the website too, so it looks really quite good now. Quite proud of it now. It was
kind of shit before, wasn't it? But
I don't think that's the word I would use.
It looks... Well, call a horse a horse. Call a horse a cat.
And look, right up there, you can get to all of our little Instas, X's, and Tubes. There's About Us and galleries of all of our films. Make sure you come check out all of our awesome films that have been put together over the years. There's a lot.
Yeah, more to come as well. I just got to get... It's just too much screen time and all the editing, isn't it?
Yeah, but you got a good balance, I'll say.
We can finish this now. Yeah, I guess.
Good balance.
Well, that's why I'd love to do these live streams and take this to do this would be really good, I think.
Yeah.
And to get 30 or 40 of us who know what we're talking about, all chatting away, and we can have guests on so people can come. Babs in the World would be a great guy to have on as well. We've got some really cool Athena, Sue.
Sue. We can set it up.
We can have a third person. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's right. So, anyway, thank you for joining us. If you did, thank you for watching. If you didn't, and yeah, see you again soon.
See you again soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.